This video is made to educate and inform people just like you watching this video about the current state and current issue that is happening here in America currently with the fentanyl crisis. And each person being interviewed in this video consented to being filmed, and I made sure each person was alive and taken care of after I left the scene where I was filming at. Please stay away from drugs, and may we all pray for Kensington, Philadelphia.
It burnt down to the bone, so it's been numb ever since, you know?
You'll see a familiar face, and at any given moment, you might not see that person again.
This is a choice for you to be doing this every day.
It's a choice. I mean, I can choose to get picked up right now and go to rehab.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
If you're watching this, whoever, do not come down here because it makes you worse, not better.
I'm in Kensington, Philadelphia right now, and right behind me, right here, we have someone that is overdosing on Trank. It is a new drug that has been spreading across America. They're mixing this new drug called Trank with fentanyl, and it has caused a lot of chaos here in Philadelphia and across America. And this avenue right here called Kensington Avenue is known as the land of zombies because, like this guy right behind me, people are overdosing and it's putting them in a zombie-like state where they lose complete control of their body in a slumping motion. To grasp the gravity of this issue, while you are watching this video, 4 people across America will die from drug overdose. Kensington is known as the city of zombies due to the devastating effects of a drug called xylazine, a horse tranquilizer mixed with fentanyl. Commonly refers to as Trank, this drug is notorious for causing severe skin wounds and transforming users into a zombie-like state, causing them to lose control of their bodies and transform into a slumped, nodding posture. Within seconds of being on this avenue, I met a man who was nodding off. And right now, your body's moving around in this motion right now. And what drug is causing you to slump like this?
Right now.
Sir, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm ready to go home.
What drug are you taking right now?
You know,
Is it Trank?
Yeah.
Does it make you mad when people call this place Zombie Land and they call the people of the streets zombies?
Look around, what do you see? You see people with arms that with exposed flesh. You see people that you walk by when you smell, what you smell in the air is death. You know, so how can a person be mad? If anything, they should be mad at themselves, you know, for allowing themselves to get like this.
The streets in Kensington are filled with needles. They are literally everywhere. Look at this drain. There are more than 20 needle caps in this one frame. And what drugs are taking over the streets here?
Heroin, crack, meth, usually just that stuff.
And we've been hearing a lot about Trank and Trank getting mixed with fentanyl.
Well, that's what I basically meant when I said heroin would be the Trank.
And to understand the power of fentanyl, it is 100 times more powerful than morphine and 50 times more powerful than heroin. But from what I understood from the users here on the streets, they're using heroin laced with fentanyl added with xylazine, creating triple the high. I do not share this information to promote the power of this drug, but rather to help you be more aware of the danger of this drug in hopes of it discouraging any potential user. And does the city do anything to help you guys try to get off the drugs here? Or?
Well, actually, to speak on that subject, it was pretty good, you know, the help for the clean needles and everything like that. But just recently, like in the past week, unfortunately, the place that does the most help, I think, Prevention Point, about 2-minute walk from here, they give out clean syringes and, you know, food and socks and rehabs and whatever you could possibly need if you're out here on the street or so forth.
So does it help when the city gives you guys the free needles, or does it make you guys want to do drugs even more?
Well, I think in the end, it's just black and white. If you want to get high, you're going to figure out how to do it, whether you get a free needle or not. So I don't think you're hurting anybody by giving us a clean syringe. If anything, you're protecting us.
I don't know what it was from. I woke up with my head on the heater. Yeah.
Really? How long has that been going on for?
About a month. I had like 3 surgeries on it already. Did like put a dermal and a skin graft and stuff. I know somebody put something in my milk. Last thing I remember is drinking milk, and like next thing I know, hours later, I woke up with my head on the heater. I know somebody came through my window and did this.
And what do you think was in your milk?
Could have been, I don't know, Xannies or something. I didn't wake up, you know, from most. But it's alright because it burnt down to the bone, so it's been numb ever since, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing. So that's alright. God will deal with them, you know.
Do you think more people need to be aware about what's happening here in Kensington Avenue and in other streets here in America with this epidemic of drugs going across America?
I think that they need to know what the government is the ones doing this. Like you know what I mean? Like they already did sweeps and like they try to cover up their bad behavior. You know, like real shit. I used to keep a list of like everyone I know that passed away, and I stopped a couple years ago. I stopped writing names down because it's just like every other day it was somebody else. They would put people in these apartments, and how come when people get their apartments, that's when they die? Like it wasn't a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like they setting people up. And
you think the government's setting up people to die?
Yeah.
What would incentivize them to do that?
You know. 2 people can keep a secret if one of them's dead, you know? Real shit. Like, I'm not just saying this, like, but it's like, I think more people need to know about, like, what's going on, like.
At one point, each of these individuals on Kensington were not drug addicts. However, they are now. But how does the process of getting addicted to drugs start? I met this 25-year-old who explained how the process starts for a large group of drug addicts.
Like, it's people out here younger than me. I'm 25, bro. I know people out here 19, 18 that's doing fentanyl, like, smoking crack and doing drugs.
You're 25 years old. Yeah. Did you ever expect your life to be like this?
No. It started after I got shot. They was prescribing me Percocets for the pain. After they cut me off of the Percs and started buying them on the street, and then ended up getting slipped the fentanyl pill, and then started doing fentanyl, and just slippery slope after that. Like.
And now, would you say that fentanyl's taken over your life?
Yeah, pretty much. Your whole day is revolved around trying to get money to get high, like every single day, and it's just tiring, bro. And it's like I never felt something that I wanted to stop doing that I couldn't do for the life of me. Like I don't want to do this shit no more, but I just can't stop. Like I can't.
With the Trink, we see a lot of people that are in like the zombie-like state. What do they do to resolve the situation with the Trink?
They haven't even really started to like do research on it or nothing yet. Like they don't even know how to. They don't have anything to stop the Trink withdrawal. Like Narcan is meant for fentanyl, but not for the Trink. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anything for the Trink.
Narcan is spread throughout the streets, and you can find it literally anywhere. These people here explain the power of Narcan better than I can. Also, I must warn you, this part of the video shows the intense effects of fentanyl, as one of the people decide to use it during our conversation.
Yeah, this is called Narcan. What they do is they distribute it to the people around here, usually prevention point. This takes all the opiates out of your system immediately, off the receptors in your brain.
So that Narcan, what it does is it resets your mind to go back to normality.
Exactly. The receptors in your brain that are filled with, what is it called? What's the name of the stuff that is filled in the receptors in your brain? The feel-good stuff that your body makes up and the dope adds to
it.
Dopamines, yeah. The receptors get filled with dopamine. So the dopamines is an opiate, or fentanyl and the Trink, that's where it lays. So when somebody's not breathing, you take one of these and you press this red button here, but you put it up
in their
nose, and you press this, and then you usually wait like 5 minutes. You should give them CPR or a chest roll like this, because if your brain doesn't get oxygen within 3 minutes, I think it is, you can go brain dead.
Because of the Trink and shit, you gotta give them CPR, you gotta breathe for them.
You 3 people seem like very intelligent people, and so you can tell you guys are very intelligent people. You were in the military, and I don't know what you did, but you're very well spoken.
Yeah, most of the people around here, everybody around here ain't no dummies.
Yeah, I was a bill collector for several years.
Most of the addicts are very intelligent people. You know what I mean? Like
they underestimate it.
Then they stop.
But this right here is not what it was. This is like the shit that they got on the streets nowadays is like giving you a very atrocious, like the back of my head, and a lot of people will tell you certain dopes that I don't know what they're putting in it. It needs to get tested because it causes like a really bad aching wah, wah, wah in the back of your head, and it's like an ongoing headache that doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So,
is that what you have right now in your hand?
This will probably do that. This is probably going to do it, but it's it's a hit or miss. Either you're getting something that doesn't do anything or something that does something with the headache.
Wow. So it's like a risk whether you actually get the high or not.
It's a risk. It's a risk. Yo, I walked into 5 poles the other day because I was so like, how do you say, mummified? I was fucking so high I couldn't keep my head up. up. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to get on back on methadone and do a taper though. I'm done with this shit. It's a done deal.
So you just did drugs an hour ago and now you're doing them again?
Yeah, because it was garbage. It was garbage.
Because now they came out with a new drug.
The fentanyl and shit though doesn't hold you for that long.
So
it ain't like
when they switched over from heroin to fentanyl, right? Now you can't go back to heroin because heroin you're not going to feel because fentanyl is like so much stronger, right? So now I overdosed. I haven't overdosed in 8 years, but I overdosed 6 times in 1 week because they came out with a new drug.
I would never wish this on my worst enemy. You know, it's highly addictive, and you know, I believe the facilities are not even. Luckily, like I haven't gotten those big old wounds that people get, like the holes and the like flesh-eating looking shit. But that's. I'm ready to stop because I actually got one. Oh, this is my second one right on the side of my hand. It's ugly, bro. But it will heal. Luckily, like it didn't get out of control. But I told myself if I ever got one of those wounds that I would quit. Yeah. Here we are, and I'm done. I'm done.
All right, then don't do it right now then.
But then I'll be sick.
So what do you mean you'll be sick if you don't do it?
If I don't do it, right, I'll end up being very nauseous. I'll start throwing up. I can't eat. I'm not normal. I'll get the runs. Like, who wants to live like that? Who wants to run around when you know it takes $5 to make that all go away? But then the clock starts again. And that's when you either take your ass to fucking treatment or you sit here and keep doing it until they successfully get the shit off the streets. But you know it's not going to happen. Wow. Her concept of doing this shit, the mayor's got it all wrong. This is not going to work. It's not going to stop. Drug dealers, all they're going to do is move them into better areas and fuck those neighborhoods up. I don't even live down here. I'm not homeless. I live in Fox Chase. It's a choice. And how does she have the right to tell us we have to get sober? Yeah. In recovery, we all learn that it's a choice that we have to do within. You can't just make people get sober unless they want to. I want to.
Like we were just talking to her, most people want to get clean. However, she says if she doesn't do the drugs right now, she's going to be nauseous, be thrown up.
Yeah, and then most of us, like, there's not a bed in a rehab. There's hardly ever a bed, and when you do get a bed and you get in there, you're sick as a dog because they need to change the protocol on, like, what they start the methadone at. Like, it's not heroin anymore. It's something stronger.
I'm 45 years old, and I used to do dope when it was dope, when it was the brown actual heroin.
So this is a choice for you to be doing this every day.
It's a choice. I mean, I can choose to get picked up right now and go to rehab. Easy peasy. Now, the thing is, am I going to stick and stay with the shit that comes with it? That's where the going gets tough. You got to be ready mentally, physically. You got to prepare yourself. And if you're weak-minded and you don't really want it, you're not going to get through it. I don't know what they're putting in it. It needs to get tested because it causes like a really bad aching womp, womp, womp in the back of your head, and it's like an ongoing headache that doesn't go away.
How do we help her? How do we help her?
She's okay. She's fine. I'm just trying to sit her in. Help me to sit her in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, okay. Oh no, don't let her hit her head.
So she asleep now?
Yeah, a little bit. She's alright. She's breathing.
Is she breathing?
Yeah, she's breathing. She's okay. She's alright, trust me.
I hope anybody watching this video realizes the reality of what's happening. I hope it makes you never want to do drugs in your life.
Don't ever do drugs, guys. This is not cool. Stay in school, be somebody, be something. Don't be out here doing this. Yep. Yep. Don't take no painkillers prescribed by the doctor either. Tell them to go to hell.
Then who's going to monitor that she's alive?
She asked us because she knows my husband does CPR.
There's a lot of stress.
And she knows we ain't going to rob her. So usually you ask somebody that you can trust and you ask somebody who knows save lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, and somebody you know ain't going to be a scumbag and go in your pockets. Like
her neck. You got to get her in a better spot.
Pull her legs down.
That was not good. Not a good sight to see. Hope anybody watching this video, I hope you guys realize what is happening here and that you guys choose to never do drugs, because like this lady was completely coherent, completely having a good conversation, speaking to me about what's going on, why she doesn't want to do drugs, and then she does it and now she's on the ground. Here on Kensington Avenue, is it every single day, is it like this where it's just a cycle of people use drugs, repeat, get another $5, use another, buy drugs?
It's a cycle of, you'll see a familiar face, and at any given moment you might not see that person again. And to be completely honest, it isn't that you won't see the person's face because they got cleaned. It's 9 times out of 10 they either froze to death out here in the winter, or somebody ended up doing something bad to them, like giving them a bad badge, they OD'd, or they got in trouble and they got to leave the neighborhood. But you don't really see anything positive come out here unless people like us come out, we start cleaning, sweeping, and we actually start recommending different rehabilitation centers and walk hand in hand with individuals. If you leave someone laying on the sidewalk, 9 times out of 10, you're either going to see them withering away or disappearing on a poster.
And what do you do here?
I'm a public advocate.
Public advocate?
Yes, sir.
So you're helping people here on the daily?
Yes, sir. I find, direct people to the proper housing, to the proper shelters that they need to. Some translators, well, some store owners don't have any translators around, so I'm constantly on call. I also got multiple bags of Narcan, first aid kits too. I've revived people back and forth.
And how many times a day are you reviving people here?
I say about four times daily.
Yeah, we were walking around and we see Narcan, and it's just like on the side of the wall.
Yeah, we used to hang up multiple bags up and down Kensington, but there's so many overdoses and so many people that need the Narcan that when you look after about a half hour of you hanging up 7 different bags, they're gone.
As there are good people like this trying to help clean up the streets, I have now noticed something strange surrounding Kensington Avenue. There are 4 elementary schools within blocks of this avenue, and I met some kids that use the train system on the avenue to go to and from school. So right now you guys are just getting off the train from school?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you guys see here on the daily?
Like, basically, like, yeah, like most of them, like, just be down here doing, like, putting stuff in their arms, have, like, this big hole in their legs, basically.
And does it scare you guys walking down here?
Nah, not really. We see it much, like, every single day.
And have you guys seen dead people here on the streets?
Like, 4. Like, down here in Allegheny, there's everywhere.
Do your parents have any concerns of you guys coming to school and then coming back from school walking around these streets?
Sometimes. My parents got my location, so I'm chilling.
What's the craziest thing you guys have seen here on the streets?
Like, teenagers just, like, come out of nowhere and just hit them.
Like punches, guns?
Mm-hmm. Punches.
At what age do kids start carrying guns around here?
Like
what kind of gun? Like real guns or fake guns? Like 15.
Amber, we walked over here and everyone starts yelling your name. Are you famous here on Kensington?
Yes, on YouTube, everybody knows me on YouTube as Kensington Amber.
You've been out here for 9 years, and how are you still alive?
I was just in a coma. I just got out of the hospital. I was on life support to the point where they had to call my family to read their rights, all from withdrawal. My heart and lungs gave out.
Since you've been here for 9 years, have the consumption of drugs changed? Are there different drugs that are coming around now?
Definitely, yes. Since I've been in the hospital this year, January, they have changed.
We wake up every day with no money. Somehow we get money. We do whatever we can, right? We just use 10% of that energy of going to get high and doing those things. If we do that, just 10% of that energy, putting it into getting clean, you'll stay clean. The things that we do in order to get high is kind of ridiculous.
When you wake up every morning, you have the desire to get high. Is that the number one thing that pops up on your mind?
It's even when I'm sleeping. Even when I'm sleeping.
And it's not the desire to get high, it's the desire to get well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's no more getting high.
There's no more getting high?
It's just I have to use this so that I'm not
substance to
throwing up, pissing out of my butt, you know, all the symptoms of withdrawal. You know?
So if you weren't using drugs, you'd be a lot sicker than you are right now. Is that what you're saying?
If I didn't use drugs today, I would not be here right now. I would be curled up in a ball somewhere, puking my brains out.
So we were just talking to Vinny, and now Vinny told us, he came back and grabbed me, he said, you gotta go over to this guy named Eddie's house, right?
Correct.
Eddie. What does Eddie do?
Eddie is, I would say, a provider to the neighborhood. He's a little bit of a crazy guy, but he really does help the community. You guys are about to see, so that's where we're headed now.
I'm gonna take Vinny's word on this one. We're going over to Eddie's house right now. Hopefully nothing bad happens. And as soon as I turned the corner to go to Eddie's house, I was welcomed by a bunch of screams from people outside of Eddie's house.
And they don't want them selling drugs.
I do not think it was a good idea to go to Eddie's house, and I don't know why I followed Vinny to go there. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and give this video a like. I will be responding to your comments down below. This is Nick, and I will see you next video.